The Nokia Lumia 520 has been one of the most successful budget smartphones in India, and over the years, Nokia and now Microsoft have tried to replicate that success with various devices. With the recently launched Microsoft Lumia 535, which also happens to be the first Lumia smartphone without Nokia branding, Microsoft hopes to finally crack the code and re-establish the Lumia brand as a serious contender in the budget space. Apart from the Microsoft branding, the Lumia 535 can easily be mistaken for any other Nokia smartphone in the series. It's available in the usual riot of colors like green, orange, black and white, with interchangeable rear shells. The Lumia 535 is larger than most budget and mid-range Lumias thanks to its 5-inch display. Above the screen, you'll find a Microsoft logo, the front camera and earpiece. The fascia is bare since the hardware buttons are implemented as software overlays on the screen. The port and button placement is standard with the audio jack on top, micro USB port at the bottom and volume rocker and power button on the right. The back panel houses the primary camera with LED flash on top, a tiny speaker at the bottom and more Microsoft branding in the center. The rear shell can be removed, exposing the user replaceable battery, dual micro SIM card slots and a micro SD card slot. The Lumia 535's display features an average resolution of 960 by 540 pixels. It isn't very sharp with visible pixelation in text. However, it gets a layer of Gorilla Glass 3 for protection and offers high brightness levels. We had only one main complaint with the display, and that has to do with its responsiveness. More often than not, the screen is slow and sluggish, and this is evident even in simple actions. We hope Microsoft will issue a software update soon to resolve this issue. The Lumia 535's cameras are its main highlights. Both cameras feature 5 megapixel resolution, but the front camera is a real star. It features a wide-angle lens that's ideal for group selfies, capturing sharp, vibrant photos without sacrificing detail. The rear camera is average at best, producing usable daylight shots but giving us noisy results in low light. There are 2 camera apps on offer, Lumia Camera and Lumia Selfie. The former is a rebranded Nokia Camera app, while the latter lets you apply a variety of effects to selfies or automatically enhances them via the auto selfie mode. The Lumia 535 runs Windows Phone 8.1 along with the Denim update, which integrates Update 1. This brings a handful of new features such as support for app folders, customizable snooze alarms and more. Lumia Denim on its own includes several improvements to the photography experience, but most of these features are only available on high-end devices. Apart from these additions, the Lumia 535 gets all the new features seen in Windows Phone 8.1, such as a drop-down notification bar, background wallpapers for the start screen, separate volume controls for notifications and media, and more. Microsoft's voice assistant Cortana is a big part of this version too. It isn't officially available in India yet, but you can enable it with a simple workaround. Our only gripe with the UI is a navigation bar, which is hidden by default on the Lumia 535. You have to swipe up from the bottom to view or hide it, which is a pain and often ends up activating other buttons on the screen. You can disable this option in settings, but it's not easy to find. While the Lumia 535 does support double tap to wake, other software tweaks like the glance screen and motion data are missing. The Lumia 535 is powered by a 1.2 GHz quad-core Snapdragon 200 processor paired with a respectable 1 GB of RAM. Overall, the performance is smooth sailing, supporting multitasking and most apps without any crashes. Games like Beach Buggy Racing and Asphalt Overdrive play without any glitches or lags. Microsoft has been quite generous with storage, equipping the Lumia 535 with 8 GB of internal memory. There's around 3.3 GB available to use on a fresh reboot, with an option for further expansion via microSD. The smartphone's 1905 mAh battery is average in capacity, but in real-life usage easily lasts until the end of the day with moderate to heavy use. The battery saver option in settings lets you enable a power-saving mode to extend it further. The Lumia 535 supports 3G in both SIMs. There's a dedicated SIM management center in settings, as well as handy toggles to switch between SIM cards in the dialer and messaging apps. For its first device without Nokia's trusted branding, the Microsoft Lumia 535 is a decent effort. It's managed to set a new benchmark among affordable Lumias, which until now feature mediocre specifications at best. Unfortunately for Microsoft, Android manufacturers have changed our perception of value for money. At its price of Rs 9,199, the Lumia 535 feels very overpriced for what it offers. There are so many better Android options in this price range, such as the Xiaomi Redmi Note, Asus Zenfone 5 and Huawei Honor Holly, to name a few. That said, if you're a Windows Phone fan, the Lumia 535 seems like the first worthy upgrade over the Lumia 520 and one you should definitely consider.